In the world of cinema, there are countless projects and objectives that are achieved through film production studios. One studio that has managed to capture the attention of its viewers both from its form and from its scripts is the so-called Studio Ghibli. Founded in Tokyo, Japan in 1985 by Hayao Miyazaki, Isao Takahata, Toshino Suzuki, and Yasuyoshi Takuma. It is considered by specialized critics and many moviegoers as one of the best animation studios in the world today. From the beginning, they set out to create realistic and high-quality animations, delving into the description of human psychology and expressing the joys and sorrows of life with rich expressive power. Grave of the Fireflies was released in April 1988 and was directed by Isao Takahata. This feature film was inspired by the book by Akiyuki Nosaka called Grave of the Fireflies. Akiyuki Nosaka, during an interview conducted by an American magazine, commented that he had to mature quickly, while still very young, to take care of his little sister after a bombing in the place where he lived. He also mentioned that he did things that he regretted deeply. This work is a semi-autobiographical story by its author, who wrote it in 1967. It is based on his own experience before, during, and after the firebombing in Kobe, Japan in 1945, where his adoptive father died and his adopted younger sister, Keiko, died of malnutrition in Fukui. Nosaka himself indicated that he wrote the book as a personal apology to Keiko regarding her death.
いつ原作を読んだかはっきりは覚えてないんですが、その直木賞をお取りになったアメリカひじきとその蛍の墓を一緒に、読んだ覚えがあるんですね。それで、実際に描かされる1、2年前でしょうかに、これをそのアニメーションにしてみることをしてみたいっていう気持ちになった、その時にまだ読んでると思うんですね。僕はこの「蛍の墓」っていうのはその物語ではないと思うんですよ。だって物語というのは一方方向でだんだん悪い状態になって死んでしまうというだけの話ですから。ですからそういう状態であるにもかかわらずその2人は一体どう生きたのかっていうその具体的なその姿、あるいはその周りの状況をその実際にですねその見る人になんていうかな追体験してもらう必要があるので、そのディテールを克明にその描く必要があったと思って。
To put in context, the Second World War began on September 1st in 1939 and ended on September 2nd in 1945. This war is remembered as a time of sorrow and fury. Japan was one of the countries involved, and thousands of people suffered great losses, both material and human lives. Added to all this, we find a Japanese society that changed its values and standards to immerse itself in a desperate struggle to survive at any price.
昭和20年9月21日夜、僕は死んだ。
Grave of the Fireflies tells the story of two siblings living in Kobe, a city in Osaka Bay, Japan. Seira, a boy with 14 years, and Setsuko, a little girl with 4 years. Both lose their mother after a bombing that thought to destroy the port. Seira and Setsuko move in with their aunt, who, far from providing comfort and support, treats them very badly and constantly reminds them that they are a burden to her and the country. Seira, unable to handle his aunt's attitude anymore, takes his sister to a small air-raid shelter near the sea, where Seida seeks to give the little girl a better life. But it won't be easy because he will have to resort to death and will even come to rejoice in the bombings that make his task easier. But although he tries everything for his sister, the food he gets is not enough for them to have a good diet, and his sister falls ill from malnutrition. Days go by until little Setsuko, in a moment of hallucinations, ends up dying. The film crudely shows how two children go through the terrible consequences of war and how the environment becomes conducive to generating all kinds of feelings and actions that in another situation would not fit in the mind, such as the lack of respect for human life and the lack of responsibility of adults towards those innocent people who end up dying due to problems that do not even concern them. History has shown us and continues to show us that the war at any level has been and will be the cause of terrible consequences for humanity. The dropping of two atomic bombs on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August in 1945 caused several human losses, and more than 120,000 children like Seira and Setsuko were left orphaned and wandering the streets trying to survive. Today, the Japanese people understand that going through war does not lead to anything good, so they decide to establish a new chapter in their history and in their constitution. It was after Japan's official surrender that the United States began the military occupation of the country, a country economically unstable, and people who were physically and morally exhausted. General Douglas MacArthur, who won the appreciation of the Japanese, has as his first objective the demilitarization of Japan, as part of the agreement signed to avoid a new war. His second objective was democratization, with the promulgation of a new constitution. In Article 9 of this constitution, it says, aspiring sincerely to an international peace based on justice and order, the Japanese people forever renounce war as a sovereign right of the nation and the threat or use of force as means of settling international disputes. In order to accomplish the aim of the preceding paragraph, land, sea, and air forces as well as other war potential will never be maintained. The right of belligerency of the state will not be recognized. In this way, the Meiji state is put to an end, and the foundations of a new system linked to peace are formed. Grave of the Fireflies is a movie that everyone should see at least once in their life. It is a movie that touches your heart and can make you reflect on all the bad things that wars bring. Conflicts that have existed since the beginning of our time, only bringing sorrow to humanity. For those leaders who decide to make their country to war, conflict is the best decision to end the problem. Do you really think that ending another human being can change your reality?